So good afternoon, everybody. Got a lot to try to unpack, and we'll see what we can get through in the small amount of time that we got. So, in New York City, Mr. Mamdani had promised free bus rides for everybody. Now, only a few days after he's sworn in, bus fare has gone up. One promise that he wasn't able to deliver on. Now, I understand that this was started before he was sworn in as mayor, and the timing just happened to land that it all went through after he was sworn in as mayor. But let's see if he's going to do anything to reverse this decision to reduce bus fares to the magic number of free. Because remember, the socialists in New York voted for this. One part of the plan of what he has promised on has already not been delivered. Now he does have time to try to course correct the way things are going and bring it back to free. Only time will tell. In Minnesota, Governor Tim Walz has decided to gracefully bow out of the race for the next term of governor. And some people are praising him for his courage to do so, and others are sitting there saying, "Whoa, hold on a second, Slick. Why is it when all this fraud has been busted wide open, do you now decide to bow out of the race for governor?" Somebody needs to do a deep dive into his financials and every back channel finance that he owns. Because sooner or later, somebody's going to come up with the fact that he was complicit in all this fraud for years, and somebody's been paying him to keep quiet about it. Because remember, as the Democrats love to point out, this fraud was busted wide open under Joe Biden's rule. So as Joe Biden was president, indictments were handed out, convictions were handed out as well. So why all of a sudden now is this fraud case going as big as it is and Tim Walz is stepping down? It's for the daycare that was broken into. Videos and photos have been coming out showing that the walls were broken into from the inside because some of the cuts that were made were below the level of the bricks that were inside the building, meaning they couldn't have been cut from the outside. So an inside job in a building where fraud was uncovered. Things that make you go, We the people want answers. We the people demand answers. And apparently, people aren't going to stop until they get the answers. Be safe out there, everybody. Have a good night. Bye.